and welcome back. My name is Lexi Jong, and here I like to talk about luxury makeup. Today's video, as you can see, is going to be a little different. We are doing a get ready with me while I wear this Christmas hat. So this is the Christmas hat challenge or tag, and I was tagged by the Porcelain Plum. If you haven't checked out her channel yet, I have that link down below. Make sure you check her out. She has a new channel. And I didn't have any Christmas hats, or rather I couldn't find any Christmas hats or headbands. So I decided I would make one, and my daughters helped me. We started off with a headband and we attached some ornaments to it. They didn't like it. So we also tried putting things on my head like cookie containers and stockings and stuff like that. Again, they did not approve of any of those. We tried putting a, stuffed, it's like a stuffed bear Christmas tree topper angel on my head. Again, we couldn't get that to stay on. So they wanted to make me a crown. So they made a crown out of these paper rings, and they put some Christmas stickers on the rings. So that's what we'll be doing. And the idea of this challenge is to put on a face of makeup while wearing this hat. So we're going to do that. I did already put on foundation just because this is like kind of sitting on my forehead. So I added the Future Skin Cushion Foundation from Chantecaille in the shade Aura. And I didn't use any primer or anything today or concealer. I just tapped a little bit of the foundation under my eyes. And I think today what I really wanted to focus on is trying out the two fall quads from Chanel again. So we have 364 Candere Seduction, or I'm not sure how to say that right, Seduction. And then 362 Candere Provocation or Provocation. So anyway, we have 362 and 364. And when I picked these up, I haven't been the hugest fan of these colors on me. I have seen so many gorgeous looks from other people wearing these quads. So I'd like to try them again and see if I can get them to work a little bit better, but I'm going to use them as an accent. So I decided I'm going to pair them with the 352 Elemental quad, which is incredibly light. So we're going to kind of mix the three of these together and use a little bit from everything. So let's get started real quickly. I'm just going to add a little bit more of the cushion foundation to my cheeks here. And this, I have a review up on this, so if you haven't seen it yet, this is the new foundation from Chantecaille that is coming out very soon. The 4 lightest shades are currently available at Bergdorf Goodman in New York City, but you have to call to get it. So if you call the store, you can order it through them there. It's not available online. And yeah, so brand new. It's going to be, more of a light coverage. You can build it up to about this level. And let's go ahead and start with the eyes. So I'm going to bring you in a bit closer. I'm going to start with the Chikahodu KZ06 brush in the Elemental quad. And we're going to go into, let's go into this shade here. It's like a light, really, really soft pink. I'm just going to put this all over. I don't have any primer on. And what I like about this brush is you can see how wide it is. You can use this in the crease and everything as well. It really just lays down color very nicely, and it's so soft. So moving on, I'm taking the Chikahodu KZ07. I'm going to go into the shade right next to that. I'm going to add this to the inner, maybe like the inner fourth or so. And I'm probably going to add a little sparkle there later on, but we'll see. Next, we're going to move into the 362 Candere Provocation. And I'm going to go into this kind of like raspberry pink shade. And I'm using the same brush, still the KZ07. And I'm going to apply this to the outer half of the eyelid here. Yeah, I'm just not thrilled with the tones of that, but we're going to actually go over that in a little bit. So let's move on to 364 Candere Seduction. We're going to go into this more like this deeper berry shade. Just gonna put a little tiny bit of this in the outer corner here. And I'm just dragging that into the crease a little. Sorry, my hat is a little noisy. I'm not sure if you can hear all the paper crinkling. I wiped off the KC07 and we're gonna go back into 364 Candori Seduction. We're going into this shimmery shade and I'm gonna put this all over. So starting from the inner corner and working my way out. And this just kind of tones it down a little bit and gives it some shimmer. Now I'm going to take my finger in the same shade here and I'm just kind of tapping that. Let's tap this all over and see if that makes a bigger difference here. I want it a little bit more opaque. Next, I'm going back into Elemental, and this is the KZ08, and we're going to go into this shade here, and I'm going to put this along the lower lash line. So I've got it mostly just on the outer portion of it, and we're going to fade that in a little bit more. And I'm going into 362 into this lightest pink shade, and I'm going to add this to the inner corner here and drag it down to meet the shade from Elemental. So I think this is going to be it for the eyeshadow. I'm going to add some eyeliner though. For eyeliner, I'm taking the Chanel Stylo Yeux waterproof in 951. This is Intense Khaki, or Khaki Intense rather. And I did just recently sharpen this. So we're going to put this along the upper lash line here. And I'm doing little strokes and I'm not worried about keeping it super neat. I'm going to smudge this a little bit and add some shadow on top of it as well. So I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to go back into this shade here from 364. I'm getting a little bit on here and I'm just going to use that to kind of smudge out the eyeliner. So you can see it kind of makes it a little bit softer and shimmery. And let's go ahead and do lashes. Just gonna curl them first with the Surratt eyelash curler. And then I'm gonna use the Jones Road mascara today. So here's this. Gosh. See, I don't like these clumps that come with it. But I really like the way it looks when I get it all done when it's right. These clumps really bother me though. See, this eye looks better, less clumpy. I'm just taking the Tweezerman eyelash comb and just gonna run through there. All right, so there are the eyes. I'm gonna move you out and we're going to finish up the rest of my face. For brows today, we're gonna keep it easy. We're using the Chantecaille Brow Gel in Light. And this is, you know, it's actually a little bit lighter than what I typically use. So I think it'd be better for somebody who's like a real blonde. You know, I have dirty blonde hair, so I've got some blonde in it naturally, but I also, as I've gotten older, it's turned more brown. And I think it's just a little bit light from my personal hair color. So the foundation is still just a little dewy-ish for me. So I'm taking the Chantecaille This is the HD Perfecting Powder, and I'm using the Giorgio Armani blush brush. Just gonna get a little bit on here and just do a light dust, just to take down some of that shine. So I'm taking the Guerlain Terracotta. This is the Golden Bee bronzer. I'm going to use that Armani blush brush. You can see how easily that comes off. I'm just wiping a little bit of that towel. I'm going to put this on the back of my cheekbone here. So just a little bit there. And then for blush, I'm taking the Chanel Rose Bronze. And this is the Soft Cheek from Sonia G. And just gonna dust this here. And I'm gonna just kind of meet the Guerlain. Blend those together a little. For highlight, I'm going to give another try to the By Terry Twinkle Glow highlight. This is a very nice product. It's just a little bit too dark for me, but with these bronzy tones here, I'm gonna add just a little touch of it back here, right at the top. And this is the, brush is it? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't realize these aren't labeled, but it's the premium series from, I think, Kyoto. And it's obviously the fan brush. So I still think it's a little bit too deep for me, but it does go well with the tones from the bronzer. Normally I like to use the Sonia G Smooth Buffer to kind of buff in my face and kind of fix anything that might be a little dark. It's dirty. So we're going to try the Chantecaille Buff and Blur Brush. This one's a little bit more dense, so I have to be a little bit more careful because I don't want to like destroy everything that's there. But I'm gonna go in with the Chantecaille Eclat Dew. I'm just gonna stamp some on here and very lightly buff. See, I feel like I can't really use this the way I want to because it's going to be a little bit too rough. So I'm just wiping off the Sonia G blush brush that I used, and I'm just gonna kind of go over this area here. I just wanted it to be blended a little bit more. I guess blended is not the right word, but it's just those colors are a little bit more harsh. So I wanted to soften them a little bit. I think that's a little bit better there. So I want to try something else that I didn't really like from this holiday season. This is the Diorific 070 in Dazzling Beige. It's just not a great formula. So we're not going to use it on its own, but we are going to kind of pat it on. First, I'm going to take this is the eyeliner from the Chanel Fall Collection. This is Romance 955. I'm going to use this on my lips. So Psyche or Psyche, the other one I have been using on my lips, that was a recommendation from Sean, from Sean K Beauty. She uses it as a lip liner all the time and it's gorgeous. So I tried that out. I really like it. I decided I wanted to try the Romance one that way as well. So we're going to do a base of this first. So here's Romance as a lip liner. I actually really like it as a lip liner. You can see you've got like kind of this bronzy coppery tone to it. And you know, obviously it's like a rosy shade. I think it's really pretty. So we're going to try this Diorific Dazzling Beige, and I'm just going to pat a little bit of this on top. Sorry, my lips are a little dry there. You know, I really don't like this lipstick. So I know I didn't put on that much, but it's a terrible formula, I think. I don't know why. The other shades don't perform the same way. And this color, you know, it's not the best for me, but the formula itself is just not great. So I think the only way to really complement this lip liner or eyeliner is a gloss. So let me get something. We're going to use the Jones Road lip gloss in clear because I really like the color I already have on my lips. So just gonna put a little bit of this on my finger and I'm just gonna put this on. And there it is. So this is my finished look. I would love to know what you guys think about the eyeshadows and the whole look in general. So let me know what you think. You know, it's definitely a little bit darker than what I'm used to over here on the cheeks. And, you know, I tried everything again. So you can't do more than just keep trying and seeing if you find a way that works for you. I think, you know, overall, I think my opinion is that I like this look better. But there's something about the tones in these pinks that I feel like just don't suit me perfectly. There are other pink shadows that I think suit my skin tone slightly better, and I'm not even sure exactly what it is about them. Something with the undertones is just a little bit different, but the Suku Pre-Holiday, that pink palette, I feel like those just turned out a little bit, whatever the difference in the undertones between these three palettes are, I feel like those just suit me a little bit better. But I really like the colors and I like the way they look with my eyes closed. It's just when I open them that it's a little startling. So I don't know. I'd love to get your opinion on that. Is this something that is wearable for me or not? The Romance as a lip liner, I really like that. So thank you, Sean from Chantecaille Beauty. I'm definitely going to be using this eyeliner in that fashion a lot. Thank you so much to the Porcelain Plum for tagging me in this challenge. I think it was fun. You know, this was kind of easy to keep on my head. It was definitely a lot easier than the other things that I tried, but I think it was fun, something different to try. And I really liked going through some of the products that, you know, haven't been my favorites. So I definitely really want to know what your thoughts are on those down below in the comments. Now, for this challenge, I would really like to tag a few more people. I'd like to tag Sean from Chantecaille Beauty, Allison Chase, and I'm also going to tag Kelly from Keep Beauty Real. So I'd love to see you guys participate in this Christmas hat challenge. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. So have a great day and happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, and I will see you soon.